All right, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Anyway, it's 3:03. It is January 3rd. I hope everyone's feeling well. I want to see if this works because this is what I'm listening to right now. I don't listen to CNBC. I don't listen to Bloomberg. I don't listen to Fox Business unless it's Liz Claman. This is what I'm listening to. All right, maybe not. Let's go. I'm going to give everyone a little time to come in because this is impromptu 3 o'clock little special New Year, January 3rd, 2025. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. We're good? All right. Conrad says we're good. You know who Conrad is? Oh, there he is. Conrad, come say hello. This is Conrad. He's going to come in the. Anyhow, soon I'll have Conrad Corner for all of the young newbie traders out there that only day trade versus all the guys that have been trading for 10, 20 years like us who try and treat their accounts like little PMs. What does that mean? That means when risk is on, we have positions on. That means when things are trending, which they haven't been trending. There was a lot of unknowns the last few days. I get it. I kind of was on my toes also. And yesterday they explored both ends of the ranges, but that's why we don't have extreme opinions. That's why we look for price action. That's why we have strategies. That's why we get up at 4:45 anymore in the morning. And that's why we have the right mindset. So I'm going to give everyone a little bit more time. Scott's broadcasting to us from the Standard. No, should we change the background? This is my Russian banya. Let's go to the sauna for a second. But this is where I'm going to be at 5:20 in the morning every morning once I'm launched, which I'm not quite launched yet, but we'll be there soon. Well, should we go in the house? Hey, look at us in the house. No, let's go to the sauna. Oh, now we're in the sauna. Anyway, I will be in a real sauna. I'm calling it the box, broadcasting from the box every morning at 5:20. It's going to be 20 minutes from 5:20. We're going to get our mind right. We're going to be ready to approach the day in all aspects of life, not just trading. That's what I've been doing I haven't been in a box for 30 years, but I've been, waking up every day, early morning, getting prepared, getting ready for the day. So this way I can execute on the X's and O's when things are moving around. So for those who do I play the piano? No, but my son does. Let's say hello to the Alpha team. This is the Alpha team. Let's see what's happening here. By the way, they get to see my positions. Some positions come and go, this and that. So let's get it on here. Hold on. There it is. Conrad was about to come over and tell me that I wasn't on there. So there it is. Alpha team, you're in here. StreamYard's rolling. Is anyone having a good day today? Day Trader Chen is having a decent day, I think. I think Jim VT, where are you from? Vermont, Jim? He's having a good day. I'm not even going to try and announce your name, Chia Ping. Ken is having an excellent day. By the way, Ken is 80 plus years old. That's kind of crazy. And he's probably one of the best guys out there. Great human. Anybody less than 30 in the Alpha team? Let's see. Let's go ages. 87 years old. Jeez. Tom, how old are you? I think Tom's like 35. Jim VT is 55. Brian's 38. Katie's 49. Dred's 30. We got Bart 65. I know you're that old, Bart. That's not that old. It's only an age. We got Zach's 36. Do we have anybody in there below 30? That means there's a lot of people who've been trading for a gazillion years. That's why Hani's 29. Anyway, these are all the people that I spend most of my day with. We laugh, we cry, we do a little bit of everything. For right now, what we're going to do is we're going to have some cheesy wine and have a little toast to the new year. I didn't get to toast with you guys. It's 2025, and there hasn't been a toast. And by the way, this is it. No more wine, no more beer starting on Monday. We're going to be doing the 90-day challenge. You guys want to know what the 90-day challenge is? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's really until April 15th. So you guys know I had heart surgery, right? I had heart surgery on May 30th. That was June 30th, July, August, September. Wow, it's been almost 7 months. So I was taken off my schedule where I haven't been able to do my push-ups. I haven't really been able to work out. And I feel like a little chubby daddy at the beach, which I don't like to be. I like to be, in good shape. I like to feel good about myself. And, I feel okay about myself, but not great. We could always feel better. That's what we do. In a new year, we try and feel better. We try and evolve. We try and become better versions of ourselves. So this way, we could make progress. Everyone likes to have some happiness out there. The way you have happiness is progress. Stagnation sucks. Failing is one thing and quitting is another, but spinning your wheels also kind of is not fun. So cheers to 2025. Yeah, this is the Red Cup. Cheers to my community, the Alpha Team, Redler Report, Twitter, Red Dog Mindset, and everyone coming together to try and make some progress in 2025 so we could all execute with confidence and provide a great, great situation for our families. That's what we're here to do. We're here to provide for our families. And, everyone's life is different. Someone else's happiness isn't your happiness. My happiness isn't yours. We all are, strung up differently. So we know what makes each other tick. And I know for me, I like to be in good shape. I like to feel healthy. I like to lead by example. I like to trade better than I write. Sometimes I write better than I trade, and I hate when that's happening. Not today, because today we did really well. Let's talk to the Alpha Team one more time before we go through some charts, and cheers. These are to all my friends around the world. I learned this little thing in the Ukraine when I went there 4 times before those Russian bastards invaded. I'm not going to talk about them. Since you have heart problems, may not be good for you to take. Nah, it's fine. First of all, I've been in a frozen ice barrel a bunch of times since then, but I'm glad that you care about me. I appreciate that. By the way, ice barrel in the sun did nothing. Okay, I had a faulty valve that wasn't closing. That maybe I increased the circulation. So what my doctor said is that nothing that I did was a contributing factor to the reason why I had a heart surgery. Okay, I had a prolapse and it turned into a regurgitation. I kind of think it did, because I kind of think you go hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold a bunch of times a day. It's like having a door open and shut 1,000 times. If there's a faulty, hinge, it breaks. So my doctor said it might have happened at 60 or 65 or 70 instead of 52, and it would have been a lot harder then. So I'm glad maybe I increased the circulation by expanding the blood vessels, constricting them, expanding, and making the valves work harder. So something happened there that had to be fixed, and now it's fixed, and I'm 100% ready to go. So anyway, Scott, okay, we'll go with that. So before we go, so name what stocks did you make money on today in the Alpha Team? Name the stocks. Let's see if you guys can name the stocks. Let's play a game. Okay. All right. So day traded, Chen made money in NVIDIA. NVIDIA I bought yesterday. I even tweeted about it for everyone in the public domain. Tesla, I sold puts. I didn't buy calls. You could see that right here. So I sold puts here. I sold puts there. Made really good money. I didn't buy the stock. That's fine. NVIDIA, I'm still in the shares. You can see right by the Alpha Team. I trimmed a little bit. I've been holding it all day. And I also trimmed a bunch of calls, so that's 141. So if you were part of the Alpha Team, you could have been in all that. KIT was a massive move. That was out of nowhere. I've never even heard of the stock, but Scooby-Doo. Yes, we have somebody named Scooby-Doo in the Alpha Team that came up with KIT. I can't even pronounce it. That made me more money than anything else that I traded today. LIDR was also a name from back in the day that couldn't get traction that we knew. I don't remember who pointed that out, but that was awesome. Ooh, ARBD, I did that one too. That one you could see I bought and sold. So you could see I didn't come in today. I bought it at 942. Obviously, I must have had a good price because I sold it the rest of the day. So this is what the Alpha Team lets you do. Lets you, think about positions, come up with good ideas, get led to areas, and then you have to execute. We don't do it for you. Power plays is something different. We tell you what to do, how you do it. So Susan stayed with the conventionals with Tesla and NVIDIA, which seemed kind of conservative compared to the things we were trading today, which we don't always do. Sully caught Lunar, which I didn't have, Reddit and Uber. So that's important right there. He had 3 stocks that I didn't even trade. So he did them on his own, and I didn't even do it. But anyway, that was then, and this is where we're at. Joby was really good also. Joby's something we've been playing. CLH, also finally friggin' stretch its legs a little bit. So let's go to the charts. So here's a chart of the SPYs. Okay, guys. I wasn't sure what's going on here. This is what I call a head and shoulders top pattern. At this point, okay, the market's pushing back. If we were so feeble, we would have sold off in the first half hour, kind of like we did yesterday, and then we would have maybe probed the underside of the range, and we didn't. So what do we do today? We gapped up and held, and we pushed a little bit through. Didn't quite push crazy, but I know if I was short, the only thing I'm losing right now on SPY puts, I'm making money in my active account, my swing account, my box account, my option account, and I am long I lost money in my hedge. But there are people out there that are like, we're going lower. And they were pressing shorts. Yes, they didn't have any longs, and they're hating 2025. Please don't be the guy that hates 2025. Oh, let's say hello to Todd. Come here, Todd. So this is awesome. This is how great trading is. So Todd is my fraternity brother. Where are you? Todd D. We went to school together at SUNY Albany. I grew up in Syosset, so in Syosset, it was kind of cool to go to SUNY Albany, go to a SUNY school. You don't spend a lot of money. You don't get a lot of debt. You don't ask for a bailout. I'm kidding. Not everyone asks for a bailout. But we went to SUNY Albany, which was great because what I did is I used to travel home twice a weekend and MC bar mitzvahs, which is why I could talk to you guys like this because it's easy for me. Imagine doing 3 or 4 bar mitzvahs a weekend with people that are pissed spending their life savings so their kid can have the best day of their life, which is kind of weird, but not weird, but that's what happens. So anyway, I only bend the knee to Scott. No, you don't. We won't talk about your pledge name. Oh, no charts? What do you mean no chart? We're not up to charts yet. No charts. Anyway, good. All right, let's continue. Don't throw me off like this. Let's have a sip to throwing Red Dog off. There's no charts right now, Jamie. We're just talking and chatting, and everybody in who's not a part of the Alpha team, they don't get to talk and chat. You want to talk to them too, so let's put them in here. Oh, here, you know what? You guys, since you just were a little obnoxious, no charts right now. I'm gonna put you out of the way. There are the charts. Alpha team, you go to the left, and we're gonna put StreamYard up top, so everyone can see what everyone's saying. I want to see what you guys are saying too. All right, so wise guy selling may come Monday. All right, so you must be caught short. That's fine. Why? It's wise guy again. We got Lionel. Lionel's been around for a long time. Made money in CLH. Joe Magiria started trimming too soon in the video. That happens. That's why I use a tier system. Mystics. I did miss. I didn't go with Mister. I actually bought IBIT, which is working out well. A lot in the video. That's good. Who we got? Tony Wallace. Tony Wallace, by the way, is a gentleman that I've known for a while since we did the financial festival in Florida. Just a good friend. He's a teacher by nature, so he tries to teach me how to teach sometimes too, which is awesome. Got Ben Berger. We got Upward Drift. Is always positive. Good to see you. What's up, Red Dog? Happy New Year. And anyway, so by the way, this is kind of what the 630 Club looks like, where I could talk to some of my dogs around the world that aren't really part of the Alpha team. A lot of the Alpha team came from the 630 Club, which is cool too. You could do whatever you want. Okay, I don't discriminate against anybody. Listen, if you could afford being on the Alpha team, that's great. If you can, hopefully you wind up making more than enough money in the 630 Club and become a member. And if not, hey, maybe you guys become members of Red Dog Mindset. That hopefully will have a subscription button soon, where you get to watch 20 minutes from the box in the morning. 20 to 5:20 is going to be a start. Until then, we're going to do a soft launch, which you guys don't want to know what that is? Okay, before we get, you guys want more charts first? All right, we'll do more charts first. So here, you had to go from bearish to neutral. You had to. Today is the day you had to go bearish, neutral. And if you were bullish, there were lots of stocks that did very well, where you would have made a lot more money being actively constructive. Where was I actively constructive? First one was NVIDIA. What a nice move. I am long NVIDIA. It's great that it flexed its muscles. It poked its head out yesterday. You should have seen NVIDIA yesterday. We were in it. I was in options. I was in stock. I am still in it. And there's a lot of room back to here if it wants it. So NVIDIA to me is awesome for now. It wasn't awesome for a while. Remember the Red Dog reversal sell here? And then it became a range trade and got really tight. It's above the moving averages. So this satisfies a lot of Red Dog rules. So we are in NVIDIA. SMHs broke above this inside range this morning. I didn't have a 630 club, so I don't have them on Fridays. And I talked about this range here. Could we get above 247? We got above 247. This is one day. Yes, we topped out in July, but we have gone sideways since. And now the semis had a little leadership today. So that's good. It's nice when the semis have a little leadership. Cheers to the semi leadership. Yes, we like that when it happens. Anyway, I'm not in this SMHs. I lost a little bit of money actually on the SOX calls, but I made a lot more in SMHs. I am in Amazon. I like Amazon. Amazon still has a lot of room. Amazon still is building another little wedge formation where you didn't miss anything. I just was early. Sometimes it's good to be early. Sometimes it's not. It's never good to be early when you're after dinner. No, I'm kidding. Who said that? But anyway, it's good to be early sometimes, and today was a good day, good to be early day in Amazon. So we'll see if it breaks above this wedge and becomes a better real trade versus just a cash flow trade, and that comes around 225. I was also in Meta calls. Meta to me, there's still no power here. You had to really be just intuitive, and I had some options on it. Looks okay. A little bit of a doji so far. It's off the highs here. Again, these things aren't saying, hey, we're blaring longs, but there's been ways to navigate the ranges. Can you join the team? Of course you could join the team, Malik. What you should do is email me, scott@t3live.com. I'll pass you to Amber and Monica, and they could work out a deal with you. I'm sure there's still some some Christmas or New Year's specials. That's not my job. Not my job. My job is to give you strategic ways to enter the market that's calculated so you could have hopefully an 11 versus 6 in blackjack and double down and have at least good odds. I don't like to play when there aren't good odds, right? That's why I hate casinos and I hate gambling, because you can't pick and choose your hands. You have to just put your money on the table. Here, you can pick and choose the setup, the sector, the stock, whatever it is. So anyway, Meta wasn't great, but it was fine. Tesla, they call me Redler Tesla, had a nice move today. So what did I do yesterday? I sold 350 puts. What I do today, I sold 360 puts. I probably should have bought the stock when it got above this spot here. If you were really, really bearish, thinking that it was that weak, it would never have filled this gap. Not only did it fill this gap, it went in, and then some. Yes, there's still a lot of levels above. Wasn't like this sequence that it had when we made a ton of money. This was my best trade pre and post election. And then here you had a red dog reversal sell, a lower high. That's what LH means. Doesn't mean Lauren Hollerman, which was a friend of mine from elementary school. I remember that name. And then we broke everything here. So I was tactical. I would have made more money buying the stock today. Didn't. I wasn't that engaged. I had a lot going on. But I'm short 2 sets of puts, which you could see from the Alpha team right here. So those premiums are dwindling. I'm short the 360s and 350s. I sold the 350s for $3, the 360s for $3. It was like a low way to do it, Anyway, that was just one trade. And then you talk about some of these like trends that have been going on. They're not in like high beta tech land that have been really awesome. So you have ACHR. Been playing this thing since down here. Bought it yesterday. Looks like it's ready to make new highs. What a nice trade. This is in the drone family. JOBY, I'm in it also. Look at this candle. Wow. That is awesome. That is, when a new stock pump, comes up and then rebuilds and then takes off, I'm going to hold that thing overnight also. That looks awesome. A lot of people have been talking about CELH, which isn't a hot sector. It's the energy drink. That stock's been absolutely pummeled. Finally today, you had a little push. Everyone's really focused on this, hyper-focused. I'm not. I bought options, and I bought the stock a few days ago, and it looks like maybe it can head up to 32. It's not that exciting, but it's fine. Just something to do. And then you had some of these robotic stocks. If you remember, I think on Tuesday, when I saw the NVIDIA news on how NVIDIA was going to get into AI robotics, I'm like, guys, start doing your homework on robotics. I'm a little mad. We should have had more of them, and meanwhile, the robotic names are going nuts. That's why when somebody looked at Kit and like, hey, look at this Kit, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a 320 and Notad. I can't even say that word, Nauticus Robotics. Nice candle, right? Then there were a bunch of them. Look at ARBE. Look at that move. So besides the real names, which, there are some times when you can make money in some of these speculative names. And then going back to like the uranium names. So I did CCJ, which hasn't even really woke up yet. I'm long this thing. I think it's going to wake up. I think this is an institutional favorite. They're waiting for it to get better. So that's great. If you remember that sector that we did really well, I started out with Oklo. I don't know, we call it by the name. Look at that candle. Some news came out that the Biden administration was going to be okay with nuclear energy and the grid. So, boom. I didn't go with that one, though. I went with NNE. And, I think this one that did 2 money raises already, so doesn't need money, could have a really nice move back towards 33.82. So I am long this one. I think it's gonna be fine. And it's not extended. It's a day one. It took out the range, so there's more room here. So this group is NNE, OKLO, and SMR. What did that one do? This too, I played it a bunch of times. It's nowhere. So if you feel like you missed today, you really didn't miss much except for you missed a big P&L day. I'm having a really big P&L day for myself. I'm not anyway. And with that said, it's only January 3rd. Someone's like, "Oh my God, I missed the entire move of the year." It's January 3rd. Come on, get the red dog mindset, you idiots. No, I'm kidding. No one's an idiot. Just chill out. Chill out. I had to yell at Conrad today. He didn't play any of the stocks I was playing. He tried to short Apple. I'm like, why are you shorting Apple? It just went from, look what Apple did. Apple went from, 260 down. I know it's weak, but this is where the false move happened. This is when it broke the 8 day. This is broke when the 21 day. Down here, there's a lot more opportunities. But anyway, with that being said, we all live and learn. That's why I've been doing this for 30 years, and we have to teach people who've been doing it for a bunch of years, high percentage plays. VSTS is such a violent stock. Oh, Vuzi. Vuzi's been really good. I didn't play Vuzi. That's from the Alpha team. This has to rebuild. DJT, I'm not in DJT. It's tight though. Some people who are in this, have been trading it. It's right here. It's looking okay. Maybe it can get going a little bit. I personally just don't like this. It's too much energy. And I just don't believe in the whole situation. I'm happy that Trump's the president. I'm not going to get into politics, but when I was on with Liz Clayman, I'm like, buy Bitcoin and buy Tesla. He's like, what about DJT? I'm like, I don't understand how that's going to exist with the president being a CEO. I'm staying away. So if you're in this one, good luck to you. There's been some moves. It's fine. IBIT, I went back into it also. That is the ETF for crypto. We talked about it today, that if it could hold 54.59, it's above the moving averages. I remember the turkey trot. I went to there. Now it's here. So I just went over like 15 different things that you could have picked a few of them and made yourself a decent day heading into the weekend. Ethereum, I don't even want to talk about it. Square was awesome. I didn't do Square. Square, I played it a bunch of times. A lot of people are talking about the descending little channel here. It gapped above it. You can now be long versus gap pivot. So congratulations to you. It's definitely something. I just didn't do it. That's why I tell the Alpha team all the time. I'm like, guys, just because I'm not in a trade and I put 40 charts together, the 10 charts I don't trade, it's just because my bandwidth isn't quite there. I don't have to be in everything. And I don't have to be in with you to make you money or vice versa. Anyway, Palantir, what did that do today? I didn't even trade it today. I would assume it, yesterday's little red dog reversal came into look at that. Went below, came back above 75, and now it's kind of back on track. We'll see, does it start another sequence? It could. What an enormous move this thing has had. This stock has changed people's lives. I'm not saying it changed mine because it didn't. I just made some cash flow in there, but it did change people's minds, lives. And you don't get a lot of stocks like that. This is one of them. Congratulations to you if you're in there. All right. So some people want to talk about what's going on what's happening on Monday. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Again, because I told you, I had heart surgery. I'm feeling a little chubby. I'm at the high end of my range. I don't know if you're at the high end of your range, but some of you guys are. You know who you are. Who are you? Who's at the top end of the range? Anyway, I know I am, and I don't want to. I'm going away in April. I don't want to be fat daddy at the beach or at the pool. I like to feel good about myself. Like I take care of myself. My standards are high on how I want to present myself. I'm not narcissistic, but I like to. I like to. I have a brand of myself in my head of how I like to look. So what I'm gonna do on Sunday, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna weigh myself. I have a feeling I'm gonna be over 190. My range is like 178 to 190, and I'm probably like 194. So I'm gonna weigh myself in, and I would think within 3 months I can get myself to 178. So what's 15? Connor, what's 15% of 194? I think so just say it was 194. 10% would be like 19 pounds and 27 minus, what do you guys got? 172. I don't know if I can get to 172. Let's see what the Alpha team will offer the Red Dog if I get to 172 ish. I don't know if I can get to 172. I can get to 178, but 172 is a lot. But by April 15th, maybe I could do it. And if I do it, maybe we all take a trip together. We go to like some fun place and have outing where we try and learn some tactical analysis. I do some lessons, and more than that, we have some fun. You ever see the sauna camps? Maybe we go to a sauna camp where they cut out a thing on the Lake of Michigan, and we have saunas and have fun like that. But I don't know if there's any nightlife there. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. Don't say, Ronald, what how much do you weigh, Ronald? Don't say you can't. Come on. Let's see. Everyone's talking smack in the Alpha team. They think that I could get to below 180, but we'll see. You saw the sauna camp? I definitely think I'm going to do a sauna camp trip where like 40, 50 people go to one of these huge lakes and they carve, a big spot out, and you have these big tanks that are saunas, and you go in the sauna, you hang out, then maybe you have some fish soup, kind of like what I did in Ukraine, but a little different. But anyway, so we're going to weigh in. Okay. You should be 180, 185. I should be like 182. Like like, listen, once it's over, I'm not gonna be able to stay there. So I'm gonna write out the diet. The diet is gonna be this. You see this wine? No more. No more beer, wine starting Monday. No more beer or wine. But listen, I'm very realistic. I'm a realistic guy. I'm a moderate in the middle. I'm not trying to be Beckham, where he spends $1 million on wellness. I'm not trying to be Ronaldo, who's got the friggin' six-pack from, that's for the gods. I know that we need some time. We need some releases. We need to have some fun. But this is what the diet is. I'm going to tell you right now. No beer, no wine. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have a drink. If I have a drink, I'm going to have like vodka with soda, or I'm going to have like a high noon or a seltzer that has no carbs and just a little alcohol. So that's going to be my alcohol intake over the next 3 months. No beer, no wine. Some kind of seltzer / vodka, or maybe even a little tequila with a little bit of something. That's the beverage department. I'm not saying I'm going to go no drinking for 3 months, because I know that's unrealistic for me. But away from the beer and the wine. Wine has a lot of sugar. Beer has a lot of. So we're going to get away from the beer and the wine. Maybe you could do that too. Anyway, exactly. So next thing is the diet. I love steak sandwiches. I have a Red Dog sandwich that I just had with Conrad. He's had a few of them since working with me. But guess what? You could have a steak sandwich, no French fries. Okay, no potato chips. You can go to the deli and have a sandwich for lunch, no potato chips, no potato salad, no macaroni salad, no carbs with your sandwich. So have a sandwich, but have nothing with it. I have celery with my sandwich. Then no bread, unless it's on a sandwich. So that means if you're 52 like I am and you go out on a Saturday night with 17 couples, now I go out like 4 or 5 couples, just don't eat the bread at the table. Comes out, bread comes at the table, everyone's hungry. Don't eat the bread. You know what? But you could have a normal dinner. You could have fish and vegetables. You could have a steak, just ask for vegetables. You could have an appetizer, just have salad, not anything fried. And you can go to dinner and you can have a drink. You can order like a vodka on the rocks with a splash of soda and a lime and some sour mix. So you can still have lunch. You can still go out to dinner, and you can still have a beverage, but you're cutting out a lot of things that are real calories, and you're cutting out a lot of sodium. Nothing fried. And we're going to fast on Mondays. I'm not sure if we're going to fast this Monday, but we're going to fast every Monday thereafter for 36 hours. I'm not going to have one piece of food on a Monday. I'm going to have a little iced coffee, a lot of water, and then I will break the fast on Tuesdays around 2 o'clock with a vodka soda. No, I'm kidding. With something. But anyway, so it's, Yom Kippur is fake. I atone for my sins too, but literally you're doing like an intermittent fast, and then you're having like four portions of like carbs and bagels and lox, and like, no, we're doing a real fast on a Monday, nothing all day, all night, drink water, and the next day we eat. So you do, yeah, I hear you, Blang, but I think you can go to the next day. We're going to take it another level, Blang. You're going to go, if you don't need it, you don't need it. We're going to the next day. And that's really the diet. And then we're going to do a workout every morning, 5:20, 20 minutes to 5:20. Going to talk about the day. I'm going to sweat. Then I'm going to go my ice barrel. So at some point, you're going to have to get a sauna. You might have to get an ice barrel. Until then, you get a mat and you get an ice shower until then. And that's going to be the start. And also, I'm going to be doing 100 push-ups a day. So besides the 20 minutes at 5:20, besides the fasting on Mondays, besides the diet until April 15th, what else am I besidesing? Besides wine and beer, What else? We're just gonna get friggin' what's the word? That's svelte. Ripped. We're gonna feel good. We're gonna go on vacation in April, and we're gonna meet our goals. We're gonna do some hard things, so this way you can develop your go time. Because a lot of guys don't have a go time. Everyone's getting soft, fat, and lazy because everyone has money, and then all of a sudden you have to make decisions, and you don't make decisions because things come too easy, right? Easy times lead to weak people, and weak people lead to bad times. Bad times lead to strong people, and strong people lead to better times. So we're not gonna get complacent. We want to do some things that are tough to do to develop your go time. Every morning, I'm going to be in the ice barrel, whether it's frozen, whether it's 28 degrees out, whether it's 12 degrees out, or 50 degrees out. But if it's really frozen, I'm going to get another ice barrel from my basement. So we'll see. Where are we going on vacation in April? We'll talk about that in February. February 15th will be at the halfway point. If I'm 192-ish, I'm hoping to be like 184-ish, and I want to see everyone following the plan. We're going to also do a Father's Day push-up challenge like we did the last time for charity. So Chase is going to be doing push-ups with me. You're going to start doing push-ups with your kids, get them in shape because the kids are lazy. So we got to get them in shape. I had actually a coach call me today. He's like, Red Dog, how did you do the push-up club for your 8th graders? Because I had a video where I made everyone do push-ups every day of practice, and now they're still doing push-ups from 8th grade. They're juniors and seniors in high school, and some of them are getting recruited, and they all say it's because of the push-up club to get their form, their head up, their butt down. Anyway, what's the fasting plan on Mondays, Kent? We're going to fast on Mondays. Start the week, okay? And we're going to make some sacrifices between now and then too. So someone asked me, where is the spies now since I've been yapping? So let's see where the spies are. The spies are poking their head above the neutral zone. Still not a good, like, to be honest, it's not really like so potent, so strong. It's just kind of poking its head, but there's been a lot of good trades out there. That's why you look for relative strength. Again, NVIDIA, relative strength. This looks like something we're going to watch every day now. Every day, NVIDIA is back on the radar. Tesla, needs time to rebuild, but it was a good, that's not Tesla, a good day. Next spot's 415 and then 426 where I got rejected at. But this was a good start. I sold puts. I'm not in that. I think Amazon's worthy. Keep it on the radar at some point, maybe next week. It takes out 225. I'm long Amazon, and that would be a spot for it to break this upper wedge. This wedge here broke to the downside. Now we'll see if this wedge breaks to the upside. Meta, decent also. Not great, but again, nothing's really, actually, you could probably even take this down now to here. Oh, look at that. I'm a cocktail napkin technician because I do like cocktails and I'm not that precise. What can you take home with conviction? I don't know. Let's see where we are at right now. Oh my God, it's 336. This is what I have. I've been trading all around it. Some things have a day 1, some things are day 3, some things are just starting, some things take time, but it's not January. What do you mean? It's January. Some things aren't working. Not like everything's working. By the way, VAL I had yesterday and sold an Oxy. That was good. A water and coffee on Mondays. Who's in? Let me ask who's in. Hold on. Who's in for the fast and diet? Ken's in. Who's going to sign up for Red Dog Mindset and watch and do a workout with me at 5:20 in the morning? As soon as I get my subscribe button. It hasn't happened yet. PC's in. Paul's in. What about let's go to everybody on the StreamYard who's not on the alpha team. Let's see where we are. Amazon is peg versus Apple. Okay. You heard Rivian is now taking market share. Okay. You're doing I feel like you guys are a little soft over here. I'm sorry on this side of the StreamYard. The alpha team's a little stronger. Gotta say, it's fine. You're not seeing my screen? What do you mean? Oh, Tom Flagg, you have a knee replacement? That doesn't mean you can't fast and you can't diet and you can't do biceps. If you have a knee replacement, that means you can sit on a chair and go like this. You can sit on a chair, put your hand, do light weights, and put your knees in the air, right? Don't let what you can't do stop what you can there, my friend Tom. Come on, you're better than that. Anyway, all right, let's move on. All right, guys. So here we are. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's not like all of a sudden start getting all excited and drink a lot of wine and start pushing the buttons. That never helps in trading. But I will say today the active bulls pushed back better than they did yesterday. I wouldn't be all in long, but I also wouldn't start fighting this because you do have some leaders emerging. You could see 596 and still be kind of in this right shoulder. If you want to draw this right shoulder far out, you could actually even see 598 if they wanted to like push the envelope a little bit. But this today just proved not to be feeble, and there was so many good longs versus shorts. RR, look at these guys. Wow, look at these moves. It's nice when you find a good one. Okay, we found a few good ones. By the way, someone asked me, this one is not even that exciting. Not FX. Oh, FXI, look at that, a little bit decent move. I'm in some China names. Someone asked me about CXI. That's nice. This was the XI, the AI that Google invested in. Looks like it could work towards 250 or more. Remember that BBAI? That was the leader, held where it had to. Again, we bought ACHR yesterday. I think that can continue to the upside. I think this JOBY is leading the way. Wow, look at that move. I think CELH is waking up and probably still has more work to do. But, once it continues a little bit to the upside, the shorts are going to cover, and I know we're in that. Tilray is not really doing anything special, but I have look at that. Actually, Alex, for this stock, this looks better than I've seen in a while. You had your move all flows. You have a decent bull flag. Looks like it's going to go higher. You need like 100,000 shares to make money, but just be careful. Anyway, we'll see how that goes from there. Wolf. Yeah, these I don't like the miners, but if you had to be in something, it would be Mr. and Wolf. Oh, look at this. Took this out. About time it cleared a lower level after selling strength. They sold strength every single day in this Mr. Then broke the trend, and now, this is a potent day one. Shouldn't get below this spot if it's going to be any good moving forward. So it could be something now. Again, if you get out on this big day, remember when I was buying the TSLQs there? And it's better. Wolf's better also. MBOT. Okay, Sam is calling out MBOT to the crew. Woo! I can see why. Microbot Medical. Look at that move. Listen, when these things are moving around, they're a lot of fun. You can make a lot of money. Just be careful. Don't just start jumping into everything that everyone says. And, it's kind of like back in 2000 when it was like a .com, whatever. You scare me, RD. You're not an MD. So I'm 52 years old. I've been doing these things for a long time. I know what makes myself feel good. I am not an MD, but the Russian Banya system has been out there for hundreds of years. What do you think the Romans did back in the day? They'd have Roman bathhouses where they went to battle. They'd come back. They'd go sit in the saunas. They'd have some girl massage their scalp or something like that. And then they would go into some cold. So it's okay. We could do that as men and women these days. But again, and the diet that I do is really just a version, to be honest, of it's like an Atkins diet. I don't believe in the Atkins diet because I don't think you could sit at a table and eat 100 pounds of bacon and think you're being healthy by eating just fat to lose weight. I'm more of like a South Beachy diet, kind of like just have high protein, low fat, cut out some sugar, cut out some carbs, do it in a way where I don't feel like I'm giving up everything in my life so I could do it for weeks and months. So all the things that I'm putting together here are just things that I've been doing that have been working for me for a while to create the red dog mindset. So whatever it is you do, you could do well and think clearly and feel good. I feel good. I'm up every day at 4:45. People are like, how are you in such a good mood at 6:30? I'm like, because I was just in the sauna for 20 minutes. I sweat out 1 to 2 pounds of urea because that's what comes out of you. If you take biology class, when you pee, only 90% of that can come out of your body. The other 10% is in your epidermis, the upper layer. So unless you sweat, you can't get that out. So if you have a sauna, you sweat it out. You constrict it with the cold plunge. You do it again, and all of a sudden you clean out your system. Makes you feel good. If you study ice therapy, when you leave the ice barrel, your blood, your heart has to pump out good red blood cells to your tissues and warm you up. That's what creates the energy. So yes, I'm not an MD and I don't claim to be, but I've done a hell of a lot of research on all this stuff, and I know what makes me feel good. I know what keeps me going, and I'm hoping to be going for a long time. So anyway, that's that. Looks like everyone's trading. It's 3:43. I got to go. Got to figure out what I want to have in the close, what I want to reduce, et cetera, et cetera. I have some little spec names. I have some Mag, I have NVIDIA. I have a little bit of the Mag 7s, and I'm trying to figure out, what here's next. So I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I've been babbling for about 43 minutes. If you want to join the Alpha team, great. If you want to subscribe to the Red Dog Mindset, when that button comes up, we're going to be doing some Red Dog in the Raw, some type of things that I feel like people could benefit from no matter what. I'm starting on Sunday the weigh-in, so I will start my 90-day challenge. I could be in great shape come April. We could all go on some trip together. Maybe we just go to Miami or Vegas. Who knows? I don't know. We'll check in February and we'll have some fun. We're going to make money because our job is to make money to provide for our family in a way that's comfortable. But we're also, our job is to, be even keel, feel good, help our kids, volunteer with our communities. So this way, if you are a good person within your nucleus, it spreads, and you can't control what you can't control. And that's my mantra. So I'm going to have a glass half full. It's about a third full. And realistic approach, which is what I've done forever. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert, but I know what works for me. And it's worked for a lot of people that are part of my community. So I'm just trying to spread it out. You want it, take it. If not, it's fine by me. It's all good. I appreciate you no matter what. Good luck. It's January 3rd. If you feel like you missed a bunch of things today, you didn't. You got a lot of year in front of you. Just take a deep breath. Good night or good day or whatever it is, wherever you are around the world. For me, it's 3:45. I'm going to trade the close. And for those on the Alpha team, I'm not doing a recap, or for Redler Report, we're going to post this. And this video is at 3:45. So SPYs right now, a little bit above 591. Qs right now coming into some resistance, so it's still nowhere. IWM right now poked its head above that area. Still nothing. As you look at these charts, there's no big crazy moves, and I feel like we at least found a lot of the really good moves out there, today. So have some gratitude. Gratitude is what creates happiness. You appreciate what's in front of you, and you try and prepare what's ahead of you, and that's that. Have a great weekend, my friends. My dog.